喉が渇いた。水をね、結構飲んでることに気づいた、そういえば。健康だった。だからか。すごい珍しい。私がこんなちゃんと毎日 500ml 以上飲むと。飲まない。ね。あんまりいかないな。無理だよな。無理だよ。ちゃんと飲んでるよね。お茶飲みたいな。食事は水がいいんだけど、水分補給だとお茶が好きなんだよね。はこいつバカなんだな。で、あなたが言うんだわ、あいつ。嫌だわ。眠いんじゃん。代わりに読んでほしいですけど。I was surprised by the variety of the platform. 怖い。Learning online. ごめんね。やっぱさ、大学でかいだけあって全部ちゃんとしてんだよね。こういうインストラクション動画とか、タイポグラフィーとか、すごい素敵。なんか、地域のイベントのチラシみたいだよね。私立だと思う。みんな私立じゃないか。いや、多分、横市がここだから公立か。わかんない。そうだよ。何にも分かってないからね、今ね。眠くなってきちゃった。こいつゲーム配信してきてる。しない。Blackboard, the virtual learning environment, along with number of other integrated technology such as Top tip: learn more about Blackboard in preparation for your induction session and teaching how to log on to it and use it. マジでちゃんと読まなきゃいけないんだよな、絶対に。
デスマッチ。
うん、車走ってるとこで。
ド派手なパーティーの始まりだ。
ファイト。
すんなよ。
ですね。やっぱ全部さ、なんだろう、動画素敵なんだよな、デザインが。うん、全部素敵。多分学生が作ってんだろうな。うん。だってデザインの学科担当だし。自宅で勉強するにはどうやってやればいいかみたいなことね。あれ調子悪かったんじゃないの？ごめん。非常にゴミみたいなコメントしか書いてない。いいよ。
Hello, my name is Rachel Davis and I work in services. This presentation is all about lectures and how to get the most out of them. We're also going to look at assistive technology and how that can help. Making notes in lectures is a skill that people often find difficult. If you think about it, you're having to do lots of tasks at the same time, listening, watching and understanding whatever's being presented, whilst you simultaneously select the most important information and then make a written record. Often at school or college, teachers and tutors give you a lot more support with knowing what to note down. They may provide handouts, skeleton notes, when to note information down. At university, you're expected to take notes more independently. In this presentation, I'll be explaining some of the things you can do before, during and after a lecture to get more out of the experience and help you get a good quality set of notes. I'll also be looking at how technology can help. There are some things you can do before a lecture takes place that can help you to get or print out the slides in advance. That gives you a chance to read them through the kinds of vocabulary that the lecturer will be using. It's also a good idea to take the printed slides along to the lecture with you, if you like making handwritten notes, because you can annotate the printed slides rather than having to copy down everything on screen. If you prefer to take notes on a laptop or tablet, then it's worth considering whether there are any note-taking apps available for your device that will allow you to annotate the slides on screen during the lecture. During lectures, the most important thing is to watch, listen, and take part in the activities. However, taking notes is also important, both as a means of recording important information and as a means of helping you to think about what the important information in the lecture is. There's no one correct way to take notes. There are many different note-taking styles, all of which are valid to use. What all note-making approaches have in common, though, is that they are selective. That means that you only need to note down the important information and everything that the lecturer says. On the next slide, we'll look at how to work out what the important information is. If you're making your own recordings with assistive technology, or you're planning to use DMU replay recordings, remember that these can supplement your notes. DMU replay is our system for recording the sound and slides when lecturers teach. These recordings are made available to students after the lecture via Blackboard. If you don't manage to note down everything in the lecture, you can use a recording to revisit that section and add to your notes later. Recordings can take off some of the pressure to capture the lecture content live. Before and during lectures, lecturers provide lots of clues about what the important information in the lecture is. If you can spot these, it can really help you to identify the kinds of things that should go into your notes. Firstly, information in the module handbook or on Blackboard, such as the aims of the module or the assessment criteria, can give you a general idea of what the lecturers on your module are hoping you'll learn. So if, for example, you're expected to understand the causes of high blood pressure in elderly patients, you know that information about the causes of high blood pressure is worth noting down. At the start of a lecture, lecturers usually tell you about what they plan to cover during the session. The things they highlight here are important. Look out for them during the session. Information that's included on presentation slides is also likely to be key, so additional detail about these points is likely to be important. In the lecture, lecturers often summarise the key points. So, if you've missed something and it's mentioned here, it's worth noting down. Finally, any references that your lecturer makes to how material might relate to exams or assignments is also likely to be important. Whilst this isn't an exhaustive list, it can give you a starting point for making notes during the lecture. After a lecture, it can be tempting to stuff your out of sight and move on to the next thing. But if you do some follow-up work, you'll really benefit later, preparing for exams or working on assignments and projects. Reviewing your lecture